Good morning. Can you wave hi? Good morning. Focus, focus. Who's this? Is it Mr. Toad? Hi, baby.
Hi.
2 egg whites, half a tomato, a veggie sausage, and 2 whole grain pieces of toast. Yeah. Okay, so updates. It's a little overcast out today, so I don't know what we're gonna end up doing. We're gonna go out and see in a little bit to see like how the weather is. So I'm gonna just kind of do my makeup a little bit, just kind of put myself together. What are you looking at? What, you never seen anybody talk to themselves before?
Why are you not talking to yourself?
Exactly, I'm not. I'm talking to my friends, okay?
Okay.
You're alone.
You have friends? You have friends?
You have friends?
Okay, so since baby is still sleeping, the kids are playing, I thought I would hop on here and just like combine a favorites and a vlog together. I have no idea how this video is gonna go. It could be like this jumbled mess, but I'm just hanging out anyway, so I figured I might as well just make the most of my time and make the most out of this vlog. Yeah, okay, so on that note too, I realized that I had so many favorites that I wouldn't be surprised if like the video ended up being like an hour and a half, like the same amount of time as like a feature film. And I don't know if any of you have like the attention span to sit through a video like that. So I decided that I'm going to just like spread it out over like the next few videos. I did my makeup, I didn't do my hair, I'm still in my pajamas, I was wearing my Hello Kitty robe. We're just rolling with it, guys. Hey. I can't even, like it's kind of random. It's kind of random, but we're gonna just go with it. So let's just kind of start though with like primers. So I have 2, actually let me just start with like the thing that we put on before that. So my first favorite is going to be the Farsali, I think that's how you spell it, Farsali Unicorn Essence. I have seen this, and if you're like on Instagram, like there's no way that you haven't gone maybe like a day without seeing this in a tutorial or something. This is that really pretty like pinky glittery serum. It smells so yummy. But my favorite way to wear this is actually kind of breaking down foundations. So I will do like, if I do like a full coverage or like a matte foundation, I will actually kind of mix the two together, or I'll do little droplets all over my face of the foundation and then just go over those same areas with this and kind of mix it to give it a little bit of like a luminosity. a little bit of like a slip, so it blends a lot better. And I just love this. And I also like to use this like on my lips. I don't ingest it, I just use it on the outside of it. It doesn't taste good. Smells great, doesn't taste good, but I'll kind of like dab it all over so that by the time I go in with my lipstick or lip gloss, my lips are really moisturized and plump and just juicy. So the next two things, I'm going to talk about primers now. I have been obsessed. So the first one is the J1 Jelly Pack. It's Dramatic Firming Skin with Improved Elasticity and Pore Smoothing. It is a Korean brand, but the consistency of it is very unlike anything that I have. It's like this jelly, kind of sticky consistency, which at first, like when I first felt it at Sephora, I was a little like, the hell, like what is this? But I read really great reviews on it, so I figured I'd give it a try. And you guys, like, it really does make a huge difference on how like the makeup sets on my skin, especially like the pore area. I noticed that it really just looks so much more smooth and so much more airbrushed. And I have oily skin, and I read a few reviews that if you had oily skin, like, it really didn't sit really well with them. They got really oily really fast. I don't find that to be an issue at all, and I mainly get oily like in my T-zone area, and I find that this is pretty long wearing for me, and I really love this guy. Next thing is the Lancer Glowing Skin Perfector. This reminds me a little bit of the Becca it's not shimmer, but it's like that glowy, like iridescence type of thing. It's like a primer that you put before your foundation, gives skin a very nice pretty glow. Kind of that same idea, but I love to wear this mainly on days where I'm not going to wear anything, or if I do wear something, it's going to be very lightweight. You guys, this is so pretty. So it goes on almost like a beigey cream, and then when you work it out, let me show you. This is what the skin looks like. Oh my god. This, I'll even put like on my décolleté. I'm not wearing it today. I'm actually wearing another little combo, like, to give my skin this like yummy like but this is what this does. I have worn it like underneath foundations before. It is pretty, but this is more on the pricey side, so I do like to use this when this is like the star of the show. This one does have SPF 30 in there. Another way that I like to wear it is when I do my foundation, I'll actually use this on like the high points of my cheeks and stuff as a base for like highlighters, or just on its own to give the skin like a very like wet, glowy look, which has been my jam. I don't think it's ever not been my jam, but so good. I would highly recommend you guys check this guy out. Foundations. Okay, I actually kind of used this already. This is the combo that I'm wearing on my skin today. It is the MAC Studio Face and Body Foundation and the MAC Studio Water Weight Foundation. This is a match in heaven. Oh, if you love glowy, luminous, lightweight foundations, this is your best friend. If you have dry skin, this is your best. I have oily skin and I still make these guys my best friends. They're very like watery base, very like liquidy, which is perfect because it just glides into the skin and it just kind of absorbs a bit, but it just gives you just enough coverage to where it's not too heavy. This, and I can't find it, I think it's in the room where baby's sleeping, the MAC Next to Nothing is another amazing product. It isn't even a foundation, it's technically a face color. It's one of those like no makeup types of things, which to me is perfect for this time of year. It's way too hot here. It's not the type of weather where you want to wear a lot on your face and you want to have like a lot going on. I don't know about you guys, but the last thing that I want when it's super hot and humid out is to feel like I have shit on my face. These don't do that. They're super lightweight, so I highly recommend you guys trying them out. Go to your local MAC counter and get color matched and try those out, you guys. They're so good. But on the days where I do want something a little bit more full coverage, I love the Infallible Pro Matte foundation from L'Oreal. This and this, like, I will use a little bit of this with this foundation just because I'm not a huge fan when it comes to matte foundations. I do still like to have this going on, but maybe I'm just like in the mood for like that extra coverage that day, but I will use these guys together. But when I am going to wear something matte, this is the guy that I like to use, and he is really awesome for oily skin. I noticed that I still stay very like matte, and I'm good for the day when I wear this guy. Like, in my T-zone area. And he's drugstore, so he's super affordable. And I have quite a few favorites from L'Oreal, quite a few holy grails, but by far when it comes to foundations, this one's one of my favorites. Alright, let's talk about highlighters for a second. And I grabbed a drugstore one, and I have a couple that are more like high-end, I guess you could say. My drugstore favorite has to be the Wet n Wild Illuminator Powder, and this is in the color Precious Pearls. Wet n Wild, honestly, you guys, has really stepped their game up, if I have to say. Like, they're expanding into like nail polishes, and their brushes are really good quality. Their blushes are really, really nice too, and their highlighters like are no exception. Like, if I did not know this was a drugstore, I would completely believe that this was more high-end. The payoff, it's very creamy, but the payoff of this guy is, I mean, like so good, and it just like melts right into the skin, and it gives just like this gorgeous glow. But it's not chalky at all, which I have found to be the case in a lot of like drugstore highlighters. Is you do get some color payoff, but it's just like a very like chalky, like, I don't know, kind of heavy texture, and it's a lot harder to blend, I feel like. But okay, moving on. Next highlighter has to be MAC's Extra Dimension highlighter in Oh Darling. Oh, this is so good. So good, you guys. I'm like running out of space. Let's see. I mean, like, can you even deal? I love highlighters. If you couldn't tell, like, the one thing that I just go overboard with is highlight. Everything else I'm like very conserved, or not conserved, very conservative with. I'm like, okay, just enough foundation, nothing too heavy, not too much liner. I want to keep it very like subtle, not too dramatic. This though, I bathe in highlight to where I want people from space, like I want aliens to be like, what's that light coming from? Oh my god, it's Christy's highlight, hello. You know, I want to glow, I want to shine, I want to look wet, and this guy helps me do that. This guy is actually what I'm wearing like on the inner corner of my eye. I don't think I put him on as a highlight today. I wore the next thing that I'm going to show you, but still, you guys. Oh darling. The next thing is super near and dear to me, because this girl is actually what like inspired me to start a channel many years ago, and it's the gorgeous Nicole Guerrero. This is her glow kit that she did as a collaboration with Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's crazy because she obviously doesn't know who I am, and I've never met her, but it's so awesome to see someone that you have kind of watched over. That sounds creepy, but it's awesome to see someone that you've kind of grown up with a little bit do so well and do such amazing things. Like, I'm one of those people that I could never be envious of like another woman's success. Like, your success is so awesome, like especially like if we're friends. Like, I'm your biggest fan. Like, I want to see you do well. I want to like be the annoying obnoxious friend that's in the front with the big ass sign that's like screaming her head off. Like, that's how I felt when I realized, or when I found out she was coming out with this collaboration. Like, it's so cool. And the colors, I mean, not for anything, this has been greatly loved, so please like ignore the fact that it's not in the best like pristine condition, but these colors are gorgeous. Like, my absolute favorite combination has to be Glow Getter and Daydream. Like, Daydream is, I don't have anything like this color. I don't have a lot of these colors actually. Like, Forever Lit is what I was wearing. I posted some pictures here recently of me at the beach, and this highlight was like popping, even like in the shade when the light wasn't hitting my face. Like, it was still so like bam. These colors are gorgeous, and yeah, it's awesome to see, you know, people that you look up to do amazing things, and this is no exception. So very late, but congratulations to Nicole Guerrero. Like, this is one of my favorites. I'm always reaching for this palette all the time. Alright, so on the topic of that, like, the next thing is no difference, and that's the Carly Bybel eyeshadow and highlighter palette from BH Cosmetics. I'm very late on this bandwagon, and I know she has like her more recent one that's like the deluxe version, I believe, but this guy has been getting a lot of love too. Beautiful eyeshadows, beautiful highlights, color payoff is great. And again, this is another one of those girls that I've watched creepily from the shadows. for years. And again, it's really great to see another gal doing amazing things, kicking ass in this like YouTube beauty industry. I want to say, I could be wrong, I believe that this is now discontinued maybe, but the deluxe version has all of these colors, including some newer shades. I could be wrong, I hope I'm not wrong, but I really want to get my hands on the deluxe version because that one looks just as beautiful as this one. So okay, next palette is this guy. This guy has gotten so much love, and that is the Mario palette, or the Master palette by Mario. Again, another collaboration with Anastasia. I mean, these have gotten a lot of love too, especially Isabelle. Isabelle is like one of my favorite eyeshadows to wear on the daily. I love the colors in here, so creamy, so buttery, so pigmented. I could go on and on and on, but this guy is so worth it. I don't think you guys can get your hands on this guy anymore, but still definitely worth mentioning and talking about because again, it's a really great palette and I'm so excited that I got my hands on it. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about really fast is this oil. It is the Kadali. I could be butchering that name, I'm so sorry, but I got this from Sephora. It is a divine oil. It is for body, face, and hair. And what I loved, it smells, okay, let's just talk about the smell for a second. I am a huge smell person. I'm sure if you've watched me for a long time, you would know that I'm a huge smell gal. Like, I love things to smell good and to smell pretty. And I love the way this smells. It smells so good. I don't know why I smell the top, like I can't smell that, hello. But the oil smells really good. And what I love, like how I love to wear this like on my body, is I like to put it all over my décolleté shoulder area, and then I like to pop a mixture of Glow Getter, Forever Young, and Daydream like all over. So that's kind of like what is giving me this, are these pat pat pat. I mean, like, I don't know if that's blended in well. I have a brush that I use for that, but I wanted to show you. So I love to use this as like a base, and once it's kind of like 95% absorbed into my skin, I'll like pop a highlighter over it to just really like intensify it. Yeah, and I believe that this was like $8 or something. I could be wrong. Like, this is a lot of like me throwing out like information and I'm not 100% sure. I don't know, but this is definitely a cheaper version of like the bigger size. Alright, the last thing that I'm going to talk about is the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. Okay, here we go. For years, the Urban Decay All-Nighter was my jam, and before that was the Skindinavia setting spray. Then it was the Urban Decay, and then this guy like completely took over. It doesn't have any glitter or like any sparkle, which is weird because I read some reviews before I got this guy that it did have that, but I haven't noticed that at all. Like, I haven't noticed it have glitter. It's weird. It just has like a glow from within type of feel to it. Alright, quick little coffee break. My little raggedy plastic cup. And I love the spray. Like, it's a very fine mist. It isn't like a lot of setting sprays that like splash you in the face. You feel like you're at the front row, like splash pad, like skating out SeaWorld. This is very finely misted. I just like to spray it very lightly all over my face, and then it just like, I feel like it enhances the glow. It reminds me a lot of like the Fix Plus, where it really just like, where it just like, it like everything melts together. You know what I mean? Like powders and blush and highlight just kind of like all melts together in like the best way possible. That's what this reminds me of a lot in that way. Okay, so those are my favorites. I'm gonna hang out for a little bit, wait for baby and Papa Bear to wake up, and then we're gonna go figure out what we're gonna do for the day. I think the sun's beginning to come out because it was very like overcast there for a minute, and I guess it was super humid outside. So I still don't know what we're gonna do. We may just like chill at the house. I don't know. So I quickly wanted to just show you like an up close like shot of like how the foundation is, just so that you can see. Like, I have a lot of these like birthmarks here that are like still able to poke through, so you can kind of tell that it's very lightweight, but it just, I don't know, it just sits so nicely on the skin. It just feels so nice, you guys. I'm off to go do something now and be productive maybe. Alrighty guys, so it turns out we're probably gonna just end up staying home. It's really cloudy out today, but that's okay. So we're gonna just hang out at home, veg out, and maybe just like make it a Netflix and chill kind of day with the kids. Just gonna hang out. So I think this kind of turned more into like a favorites and like a little bit of like what I do when I'm not doing anything. But yeah. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was slightly entertaining. Not really kind of like what I envisioned this video being, but it's a video.
What?
Just say hi.
What?
Just say hi to the baby. Alright, so yeah guys.
Post in my channel, can I have some? I still have a coupon.
Are you Dracula? Alright guys, so I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully in a video very, very soon.
Bye.
Okay, you say bye and I'll move my mouth.